Okay, just speak close to the microphone so everybody can hear your voice. Go ahead.
Okay. I will be staying here for 2 weeks, and I want to know, or I want to ask for advice on basic meditation so I can start practicing the right way.
Okay. Basically, you have to have mindfulness. Mindfulness is the instrument you need to curb your thought, to stop your thinking. See, that the goal of meditation is to still the mind, because when the mind becomes still, it becomes very happy. And in order to be able to still the mind, you need mindfulness. Mindfulness meaning you have to focus your attention on one object only,
I see.
such as a mantra or your body. If you focus on a mantra, then you cannot think about this and that.
I see.
You can do, if you use a mantra, you can do it from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep. Like when you open up your eyes, just start reciting a mantra like Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto. And while you go on and do what you have to do, like when you get up, you have to wash your face, you have to get ready to go on arms round or do whatever you have to do. Whatever you do, just keep reciting the mantra. If your mind wants to go think about something else.
You answered my next question as well, which was how to maintain mindfulness throughout the day.
That's it. If you don't like to use mantra, you can just keep watching your body. Watch what your body is doing at the moment. If you're walking, just focus on walking. If you're eating, just focus your attention on eating. Don't let your mind think about other things. Just think only about what you do. This is forcing your mind to stop thinking endlessly or aimlessly. Force it to focus, to watch, to know more than to think. Because thinking can be harmful to you, like smoking. So if you don't think, then your mind will be calm and peaceful. When you think, your mind can become restless and agitated.
Thank you.
So the goal first is to try to develop mindfulness. When you have to do activities, be using a mantra or focusing on what you do. But then the next step is to have the time to sit down, because your body has to be still before your mind can be still. If your body still moves, you can only control your thought, but you cannot stop your mind from acting, because your mind is the one who directing your body to do things. So if you want your mind to stop completely, to become still, then you have to let the body be still first. You have to sit still, and then close your eyes, and then focus. You can focus, if you used to focus on your body when you're doing things, when your body is sitting still, then you focus on your breath instead. Just keep watching your breath. Don't force your breath, don't control your breath, don't manage your breath. Just watch your breath going in and going out. Just watch it at the tip of your nose. That's where the air will come into contact with the body. Just watch at that point. Don't follow the breath in or out. Just know it comes in, knows it comes out. And you can also know if it is long or short, if it is coarse or it is subtle. All you have to do is know. And even if you cannot feel the breath and you think there's no breath, just know. Don't get excited when you cannot feel the breath. Just know that it's okay. Just keep watching, because by that point the mind is almost ready to become still. But if you start to get excited or get worry whether you're not breathing, then you are bringing the mind back into action. So you don't want to do anything. Just watch the breath to the last breath, until there's no breath to watch. But don't be afraid, you're not going to die. It just might be so subtle, so fine that you cannot feel it, that's all.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. You have anything?
Do you have some advice for a layperson who would like to follow the 8 precepts in lay life, and I just need some inspiration to stay practicing the 8 precepts? It's difficult. Sometimes I come home after work and I'm so tired and I want to eat dinner or...
Well, normally for ordinary people, lay people, the 8 precept is not suitable. It's too hard. The most that a lay person could do effectively is the 5 precepts. Yeah. The 5 precepts is designed for working people like you. You know, the 8 precept is for the day when you're not working. Like on your day off, then you can take the 8 precepts, because then you won't have to work, you won't have to be involved with people and things. So there will be less temptation for you to have the desire to eat or to see, to do anything. So the 8 precept is good for on your day off, and the 5 precept is for your working day.
Okay.
Or if you want to keep the 8 precept for a long time, then you have to stop working for a long time. Like when you go on a sabbatical, go on a retreat, then you can keep the 8 precept that way. But it's very hard, difficult, and very counterproductive to keep the 8 precept while you're working. Because
makes me tired.
keeping the 8 precept is to support your meditation. If you're just keeping the 8 precept just for keeping the 8 precept, then it's counterproductive. You know, it's better to be free from work so you can have the time to meditate. Then keep the 8 precept, because the 8 precept will prevent you from going to do other activities. So the 8 precepts are for meditators. You know. The 5 precepts are for working people. Okay. You have any question? Okay, go ahead. เสียงยังดังอยู่ใช่ไหมดังกว่าแบบอาจารย์แบบไหนคะอันนี้เหรอยังได้ยินอยู่ไม่ใช่เหรอมาจากตรงนี้ค่ะไม่ใช่ตัวนี้ไม่ใช่โอเค
Ajahn, I have 3 questions actually. The first question is about sitting meditation. Because of my condition of scoliosis, where the spine is not straight, I have difficulty sitting in the half lotus position. I want to know Ajahn advice. Is it absolutely necessary to sit in the half lotus position in order to meditate?
Not necessarily. Sit in whatever position you can. But ideally, the half lotus is the most ideal position for long-term practitioner, because it's the most balanced position for the body, and you can sit for a long time that way. But for beginners, people who don't practice all the time, and have problem with the physical limitation, then you just have to sit whichever position is suitable for you. The main thing is, the more important thing is not the body position, but mindfulness. So it's better to concentrate on your mindfulness than on your body. Don't try to fix your body, try to fix your mindfulness.
Regarding the hand position, should it be on
right hand above the left hand?
Yeah.
This is optional. If you don't want to do it, it's okay. You can sit like this, sit like this. It's just a matter of just leaving the body alone, that's all.
Thank you. The second question regarding the walking meditation. Sometimes I find that it's easier to get the mind to settle down on the walking meditation. I read in the book that it's important to integrate both the walking as well as the sitting. I just want to know from Ajahn what's the good advice and how to balance both of them.
Well, walking is an easier way to develop mindfulness, because when you walk, you can watch your walking, and then you can develop mindfulness that way. And when you have mindfulness, then when you sit, you will be able to sit long and fruitful. But if you have no mindfulness, when you sit, you'll feel uncomfortable, you'll feel strained, you'll feel sort of hard to do. So we normally, if we cannot sit in meditation, then we first try to walk to develop more mindfulness first. So you can walk as much as you want. Some people do walking 2 or 3 hours at a stretch, just to bring back their mindfulness. Once they have mindfulness, and after walking for a few hours, you get tired, then you can go sit down, and then concentrate on your meditation, on your breath, and you might be able to succeed in your meditation. To make the mind still, you need to sit down, to be still. So walking is the way of developing mindfulness more than samadhi. Samadhi is when you sit down. But if you sit down and you don't have mindfulness, then you will not have samadhi, because your mind will still be restless, it will still be thinking about this and that. So you want to curb that restlessness by walking. So the longer you walk, the mind will become tired with the body. So the restlessness and agitation will also subside. But you have to have mindfulness. You just don't walk and let your mind think aimlessly, because that would be unproductive.
Part of the question on walking, it's quite easy to walk and to develop mindfulness in the daytime. But in the nighttime here, when you are alone, when I'm alone, there's this fear. I don't know how to explain that. There's this fear that because I just have candles, a couple of candles, so there's a fear in the mind, all the time. How do one overcome this? This is my 6th day, but I'm getting used to it. But I'm just saying that is there a way that we should think, or rather should approach it?
Well, at night it will be more what you call. Will be better for your development of mindfulness, because when you're afraid, that means you have to be more careful when you walk, because when you walk, you don't want to step on something, So at night, when you are fearful, and if you can overcome your fear, it will force you to become more mindful. So the way to counter your fear is, when you walk, just don't think about anything that makes you fearful. If you're fearful of snakes, just don't think about it. Just watch your path and just keep concentrating on your mantra. If you're afraid or fearful of something, stop your mind from thinking about that thing by using a mantra. Just reciting Putto, 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 Putto. If you can do the next thing is to use insight, contemplation of the impermanent nature of the body. Just contemplate that this body is gonna die sooner or later. So if it's gonna die at any time, there's nothing you can do about it. So let it be, because you have to let go of it anyway. So maybe this is a good time to learn how to let go of your body. And if you can let go, then your mind will become unafraid. Your fear will disappear. But if you cannot curb your fear, then don't walk. Just sit and meditate instead.
Well, the first night I only walk about half an hour, but now I'm able to do almost an hour at night.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's a process of getting over it.
Yeah. Once you're getting used, then you might not be afraid. For monks who want to develop mindfulness, sometimes they have to change location, because once you are used to a location, then you are not afraid. Then you are less mindful. See? So he wants to move to a new location in which he's not used to that location. Then it will force him to be more careful, be more mindful.
Okay. My third question is more of a personal question. Is that I have 3 daughters that in the late teens, and one of them is about to go to college, with another 2 are also following soon. I expect them to finish college in a few years' time. In recent months, I have the urge or the intention of wanting to ordain, but at the same time, my lay life, is not really completed yet. I felt that I still have a duty, to ensure that they finish their college. I'm just wondering whether Ajahn can give me advice. How do I make a transition into the later part of my life?
By trying to practice more and more, try to take more retreat time, try to take your time away from your work, reduce your workload, work less and practice more. And if you can advance in your practice, then you will have the strength to move forward, to eventually to be ordained, to practice at all times. But if you don't have the strength, if you just force yourself to ordain, you will not be able to practice anyway when you ordain. And then you might become frustrated and restless, and then you might want to go back to lay life again. So make sure that before you ordain, you are sure that you can practice all the time. Yeah. Because this is what ordained life is about. It's just to practice from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep. Yeah. So right now, for the transition, you didn't have to go back and forth, working and practicing on your day off. Increase your day off, and decrease your day of working down until eventually you can leave the work completely.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay. How about you, Asa? You have anything to ask? Okay. It's from Ajahn Dik. Have you heard of Ajahn Dik Monastery? Yeah. He's been there for 8 months. He's from Memphis, Tennessee.
I don't know. I can't really think.
Nothing to say? How are you doing so far? 2 nights? You've been here 2 nights already. Okay?
It's okay.
Can you practice? Or do you practice? Do you develop mindfulness, maintain mindfulness? Bring your mind in here and now. Don't let your mind go to the past or to the future. Try to stop it from thinking. Just let it being aware and not think. Being aware of everything that you do or you see or hear. But don't think about those things that you see or hear. Can you do that? Just
Yeah.
Can you meditate, sit down and calm your mind?
Yeah.
Are you sitting meditating?
Have I?
No, here. Since you've been here, have you been sitting and meditating?
Yeah.
Okay. You have anything besides meditation? Do you have any problem with the place you stay, the food you eat, or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
It's good. I don't know. I just have to do the practice.
Okay. All right.
Much questions.
Okay. ทีนี้ก็เป็นภาษาไทยได้แล้วมั้ง So no more question for you, no? From you, okay. So we'll give the Thai people some time for the question. You can go or you can sit. It's up to you.